Yeah. So the question is, discuss the transformation W equal to e raised to z. So here what we are going to do in the beginning is take the function and try to simplify it in the form u plus iv. If I want u plus iv, what has to be done? I want
Z is equal to x plus I.
Yes, we need to substitute z as x plus iy. Just a minute. Put z equal to x plus iy. So this becomes, so this will be now e raised to x plus iy. Okay. Now still we need to simplify it, correct? How can we do it? U plus iv means one real and one imaginary part we want. How can we do it?
A raised to m plus n.
A raised to m plus n can be written as a raised to m
A raised
into
to
a
m
raised to
into
n.
A raised to.
Yes. So there is no problem with e raised to x, but this I know we need to simplify. How can we write e raised to iy?
Cos y plus I sin.
Cos y plus I sin y. Very good. We have e raised to I theta is cis theta, same format. Isn't it now? We can separate it. So this is e raised to x cos y plus I e raised to x sin y. Is it in the form u plus iv? Let's check.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now from here, you just equate and tell me what is u. Compare and tell me what
E
is
raised to
u.
x.
E raised to x cos y and v is e raised to x sin y. Yeah. Now after this, we have to just think, can we separate x and y, okay, such that x should be in terms of uv only, not containing y. Similarly, y should be in terms of uv, not containing x. Is it possible? Means, can you eliminate y now by applying any mathematical operation? Can I eliminate a y? Can I apply anything for this? Now, your y is attached to cos and here it is sin. Can I make it as simple so that it is going to eliminate it? What the property you have related to cos and sin? Huh? Basic identity related to cos and sin. What is cos square theta plus sin square theta?
1, ma'am.
1, no. Okay, I said elimination. So there won't be a y. Correct? So let us just square it and just add. So this is going to be, if I square this, it is e raised to 2x cos square y plus e raised to 2x sin square y. Am I correct? So here, what
Yes,
is common?
E raised to 2x.
2x. So what remains in the bracket? Cos square plus sin square. What is the value? The value is 1. Correct? Isn't it now? Just see this expression. Finally, what you are getting? U square plus V square is e raised to 2x. I'll call this as equation 1. Isn't it now? You have only x uv. You don't have a y here. Okay? Like that. Now we'll see, can I get a relation in terms of y not containing x?
Divide.
By dividing. Very good. Let us divide. Now here, instead of taking u by v, I'll take v by u. Is it okay? Yeah. If I take v by u, what is my v? E raised to x sin y upon u is e raised to x cos y. So that easily a term containing x can be cancelled. What is sin by cos?
Tan.
Tan y. Okay. Or the same thing we can write v equal to tan y. I'll take this u this side. What will get? Where it will be? Isn't it? It is going to be a multiplied term. It comes in the numerator. I'll call this as equation 2. So equation 1 and 2 are such that you have x and y in terms of only u and v, not containing the y and x. Okay. If possible, do it. If not possible, we have to just apply some other concept. After this, what we have to do is, here, why we have to get such relation is because in z plane, what is the real axis? For z plane, what is the real and imaginary axis?
X is real X.
Yeah, x and y are real and imaginary. Similarly, for w axis, what are real and imaginary axis?
U and
U
V.
and v. So our intention should be now, if I change any x, no, I should get the corresponding image in w plane. That's why we are finding such, okay, such thing. Now, what we are going to do here is, here in z plane, see, this is fixed. What we are going to do, this is my z plane. In this, what you said, real axis is x axis and y is my imaginary axis. So what we have to do, okay, so here we have to take now two lines. One is parallel to x axis, one is parallel to y axis. This is what is fixed, what we have to take in z plane. Are you getting it? This is fixed. This we have to take, and we have a transformation here is e raised to z. Then we have to check in w plane what is the image. Okay. Now can you tell me what is the equation of a line parallel to y axis? Parallel to y axis is something like x equal to constant, isn't it? Just now we have seen equation of x axis is y equal to 0 and this is x equal to 0. If I take a line parallel to y axis means how is the equation? In the form x equal to some constant. I'll take C1. Tell me what is the equation of this line? This line is now parallel to y axis.
Y equal to C.
Parallel to x axis.
U
So
is equal to C.
y equal to some constant, take it as C2. So this is fixed. Means this we are going to take in z plane. Then we'll see what is the image. Okay, now for that, first I'll take, okay, let us take x equal to C1. So if I'm taking x equal to C1 means where I'm taking, in which plane I can take x equal to C1? I can
Z
take
plane.
Z plane. And what is this representing? X equal to C1 if I take, that means I'm taking a straight line parallel to what? This is x equal to
X
C1.
axis.
No, it is parallel to what? Y axis.
Y-axis.
Parallel to y axis, where in z plane. Now, if I'm taking x equal to some C1, where can I substitute this very easily? Very easily, where can I? In equation 1, correct? Yeah, this is the chance where I can substitute, right? This is like u square plus v square equal to e raised to 2c1. What is c1? c1 is some constant. So if I take e raised to 2c1, is it not going to be some constant? Yes? So this, is it a constant or a variable? E raised to 2c1.
Constant, ma'am.
Constant. Now if you see this equation, this is looking like u square plus v square equal to some constant. I'll write in a way so that you can identify easily. Okay, so if I'm substituting like this, I'm getting some curve. Can you tell me what is this curve representing? U square plus v square equal to some r square.
Circle.
It represents a circle. What are the properties?
X square plus Y square is equal to R.
No. Means what are the properties means you have to tell me about the radius and the center. Okay, represents a circle. One more thing. This circle is there in which plane? Very important.
W plane.
W plane, obviously, because no, I cannot say this is in Z plane because this is the equation in terms of U and V. U and V means it is happening in W plane. So this represents a circle in W plane with center. What is the center for this circle? Isn't it origin? Am I right? Origin
Yes, ma'am.
and radius is R. Means if I take a line here, if I'm taking a line here which is parallel to y axis, what I'm getting in W plane? I'm getting one circle. Understood? Under what? Under this transformation. Okay. This is first part done. I'll take the second case. What is the second case we have to take?
Ma'am,
Huh. Did not get.
ma'am, explain this after substituting. Yes, ma'am.
See, where can I substitute x equal to C1 very clearly is equation 1. Am I right? Okay. Because there only I have a x. I cannot do it in equation 2. Suppose I substituted. This is e raised to 2c1. Okay. Now c1 is constant means what happens to e raised to c1? Is it a constant or a variable?
Const.
It's a constant. Okay. See, for a circle, always radius is constant. It never varies. If I just draw a circle, no, whenever I take the radius, it will not vary. It will be the same. Correct? For any particular circle. So this quantity, instead of writing it as like e raised to 2c1, I'll write it as r square. No harm, because r square is also a constant. Now, is it not looking like a x square plus y square equal to r square? If you have read that what
Yes,
I
ma'am.
sent no yesterday, it would have been more clear. Let it be. So u square plus v square equal to some r square. Always this represents a circle. And the property is the center is at the origin and radius is r. Radius is r. Now clear? Okay, else what you can do after the class, at least you see that PDF, maybe more clear. Now, what is the second case?
Ma'am,
we have to
understood.
take? Understood, good. So now, next what we have to take? We have to take a line which is parallel to x-axis. How will be the equation? It is y equal to some constant. Let me take another constant C2. So what is this? What is this representing? This is nothing but a straight line parallel to which axis?
X-axis.
X-axis. Where it is? In which plane? In Z plane.
Z plane.
If you have an equation in terms of x and y, it is happening in Z plane. If you have an equation in u and v, it is happening in W plane. That much you keep in mind. Now, where can I substitute this y equal to C2 very easily?
Equation 2.
Yeah,
Equation two.
Equation. So v equal to tan of C2 into u. Now, what is C2?
Constant.
Constant. So tan C2 will be again some constant. Agree? So I'll put it in a form so that you can understand this representing what. Now if the powers are 1 and 1, it represents a straight line. Straight line. Okay. So this is some constant. I'll write like this. Is it okay? I'll write tan C2 as M. Now tell me, what is this representing? What is this? Is it a circle? It is a parabola or what it is? It's
Line.
a straight line.
Straight line.
It's a straight line. What is the property of this? Just compare. See, if I want to draw y equal to mx plus c, no, a straight line means here it is like this. This
Origin.
value is c. This value is c, which is called as y-intercept. Now tell me what is c here?
0.
C is 0. This is like y equal to mx plus c. I don't have anything. I'll write it as 0. That means if c is 0 means what happens to this line?
Passes through origin.
Yeah, so this distance won't be there. So it passes through the origin. So what is this property is? It's a straight line passing through origin. Got it? So what we are taking here, second case, we are taking a line parallel to x-axis. We are taking a line parallel to x-axis, and what is the image? Image is we are getting a line passing through the origin, making an angle of, you can say, some 45 degrees. Okay, some angle. Okay. Huh? Is this part clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? Okay. Now we'll write the conclusion part. Writing the conclusion is very easy. Tell me what we are taking actually in Z plane. Altogether, what we have taken Z plane. We have taken two lines. How we have taken? They are either parallel to x-axis or y-axis. Correct? So that means if you take the lines parallel to coordinate axis, if I write coordinate axis, a spelling like AXES, this represents a plural. This contains both x and y. Okay. So if you take the lines parallel to coordinate axis, that means x and y axis, what you are getting? You are getting a circle and a straight line. Is the part clear? This is what is happening under the transformation e raised to z. Okay. Now, here we need to draw the region. They'll ask us to draw the region. So, region will be like, you have to take here a z plane. You have to take a z plane and you have to take one w plane here. Now, for z plane, tell me what is this? Real axis? Fast. What is the real axis denoted as?
X-axis.
X. And here y
X.
is my imaginary axis. For w plane, what is my real axis?
U.
U. Because we write w equal to u plus v, no? U plus iv. And this is my imaginary axis v. Just try to understand that this transformation is fixed. What is that? E raised to z. What I will do? We already have discussed the theory part. I'm drawing the region here. So first I'm taking a line. Okay, this is equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. Here it is x equal to 0. If I take a line parallel to y-axis, I'm taking it in the form x equal to c1. So if I take here, under this e raised to z, what I'm getting? Tell me what we have got in first case. We are getting some circle. Very difficult to draw the circle. This is down circle. Please adjust. Can't help. This is a circle with center as the origin, okay, and radius is r. What is the equation of this? What is the equation of this? U square plus v square equal to some r square. Got it? This is first thing. In the second case, what we have taken? We have taken a line which is parallel to x-axis. What was the equation we have taken? We are taking it as y equal to c2. So if you take a line parallel to x-axis, corresponding to this, what we just now discussed, we are getting a straight line passing through origin. So this is what is that straight line. This is the straight line passing through the origin. What is the equation of this? V equal to m into u. Is the part clear? This is called drawing the region. Sketch the region will be there, no? So this is what we need to draw it. See, even they have given the second part that it is like orthogonal trajectory. Now tell me what is the angle between these two lines, x equal to c1 and y equal to c2. What is the angle between these two lines? Right angle.
90.
That is 90 degree, right? This is 90 degree. If you take here two angles as 90 degree, now we have to just show that here also we are going to get orthogonal trajectories. Means angle between the curves what we have got is also 90 degree. For that, see, for this curve, no, for this circle and for this line, there is some point of intersection, isn't it? I'll call that point as A. Okay. At this point of intersection, I want to measure the angle. For a curve, no, we cannot do it. What we need to draw instead?
Tangent.
Tangent we need to draw. So at this point, no, you just draw a tangent. Now, can you tell me what is the angle here between this tangent to the circle and the line?
90.
90
Obviously,
degrees.
it is 90
90
degrees.
degrees.
So that here, if you take, see, you are getting, isn't it? This is conformal mapping. Even I can explain very clearly over here. What you are taking here? Lines. And how they are? They are parallel to coordinate axis what you are taking. So what you are getting the image? Are you getting same curves in the W plane? No. You are getting different curves. But what is the angle here? Even the point of intersection is different here.
90
But
degree, ma'am.
yeah, the angle is 90 degree. Still the angle here also is 90 degree, isn't it? So here curves may be different, point of intersection may be different, but if the angle is same, that mapping is called as conformal mapping.
Conformal mapping.
So this is what is the transformation we have discussed. So that the orthogonal trajectories in Z plane will be mapped onto the orthogonal trajectories in W plane. Hope you understood this part. If you have difficulties, doubts, you can ask. If no, I will go ahead with the next transformation. See, very simple ways I explained it. I'll give you the proper notes for that. If you go through that once, it may be more clear. Okay. Yeah. Let me take the second one. So the second transformation is discuss the transformation W equal to what it is?
Z square.
Z square. Yes. Yeah. Now, hope you remember the procedure what we did. Let us apply a similar thing over here. Now W is Z square. Okay. So again, what should be the first intention?
Substitute Z by X plus I.
We need to express it as U plus IB. For that the substitution. Z is X plus IY. So this is X plus IY the whole square. Correct? Okay. How can we simplify it? A plus B the whole square. Correct? A square. If I take IY the whole square, what I'll get?
Minus Y square.
Okay, let it
Minus y square.
sorry, I square Y square plus 2IXY. Else, this is nothing but X square. I plus I square is minus 1. So X square minus Y square plus I'll remove I out. This is 2XY. Is it in the form U plus IB? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
tell me what is U?
X square minus y square.
Y square. And what is V?
2xy.
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 Now, what we did in the previous case, we tried writing X only in terms of U and V, not containing Y. Is it possible here? Just think about it. It is actually possible, but it becomes very complicated. Instead of wasting the time for that, I'll just tell you. For e raised to z, it is easy. For z square, it is not easy to express it. So let us take both set of equation as equation 1. What I said, here you cannot write x only in terms of u and v. Means you cannot eliminate y completely. If you write also, no, it becomes very complicated. If I write a complicated form, can you tell me, if I write no root x plus root y equal to some root a, can you tell me what is this equation representing? Surely difficult. Instead, if I say x square plus y square equal to some a square, means you can tell me what is this? What is this? This is a circle. Circle. That's why we'll not go to apply for that complicated form. We'll keep it as it is. Now, what we'll do is we'll straight away take the two cases. What is the first case we have to take? X equal to C1. If I'm taking X equal to C1, where I'm taking this? In which plane?
In Z plane.
Z plane. And what is this representing?
Straight line.
Okay, what is the property for that? It's just a straight line or just something else?
2y.
Parallel to y-axis. So
Parallel
we
to
are
y-axis.
taking in z plane a line parallel to y-axis. Now let us take, now x is present in both, isn't it? Both sets. Better, we'll take it and we'll try to eliminate. Just see. Therefore, what happens to a set of equation 1? U equal to, in place of x, I have to write a C1. Tell me what I'll get. X square means C1 square. What I have to do with y? Y is y. Only I have to substitute for x. Similarly, v equal to 2. What is my x? C1. Again, y is y only. Now, I can tell about the equation, but in W plane, do you have a y? In W plane, do you have got y?
No, ma'am.
Surely no. Yes, it is present in only Z plane. So what should be our intention now?
Value of y.
Value of y we have to take and we need to eliminate it. So which is simple thing to get the value of y? First, u equal to or v equal to?
V equal to.
Obviously, v equal to. See from this part, tell me what is y?
V by
V
2c1.
2c1.
V by 2c1. Let us substitute this value, no? This value will substitute here. So our u converts to c1 square minus, I have to substitute for y square. Square it and take. What is the square of this? V square upon
V square divided by 4c1 square.
4c1 square. Is the part clear? Now isn't it, there is no y. We have come completely into which plane? We have come into a W plane. Only thing we need to rearrange and decide which type of curve is this. Now here you can see variables are u and v. If the powers are like 1 and 2, 2 and 1, no, they are not same. If it is 1 and 2 and 2 and 1, 100% it is a
Curve.
yeah, which curve? Which curve? Powers are 2, 1, 1, straight line. Okay, just remember, powers are 1 and 1 for the unknowns. It is a straight line. Powers are 2 and 2. It may be a circle first or ellipse or hyperbola. But when the powers are 1 and 2, 100% it is a 100% it is a parabola. Okay, remember this. This is a straight line. This is a circle. Okay, only thing we need to rearrange. For that, we'll take the LCM here. What is LCM? 4c1 square. Okay. Yes. So u equal to this 4c1 square is a LCM. I'll again, after taking LCM, I'll send it over here. So where it comes, isn't it here? It comes in the LHS part. So here you should multiply by 4c1 square and here you have to multiply by 1. What will you get? Just tell. 4c1 square into c1 square.
4c1 raised to 4 minus v.
Minus v square. Okay, and this denominator, no, what LCM has come, no, I have shifted already. Now we need to rearrange. So this v square term, no, usually square term should be kept in the LHS part. I'll just shift it. This is with a minus sign. I'll take this term here. I'll shift this term here. So altogether what I'll get is, this is v square equal to, okay, this term is actually negative, but let me write it first. 4c1 square u, and what you have already is plus 4c1 raised to 4. Is it correct arrangement? Let's see.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now you have what I said yesterday is parabola. You can just say if only two terms are there throughout the equation, you can say the vertex is origin. If more than two terms, it is the vertex is shifted. Isn't it? Now how many terms are there in this equation? There are 3 terms. So more than 2 means obviously vertex is shifted. We are interested in getting that vertex. Okay. So this is like, I'll write this as v minus 0 the whole square. Is it okay? Can we write v square as v minus 0 the whole square? Yes. Now, here you should have it in the form u. Means coefficient of u should be 1 only, 100%. Coefficient of u should be 1. That means along with u, whatever you have, common or no, you have to take it. What is coefficient of u now? Minus 4c1 square, take out. Okay. Now, here if you take 4c1 square, you will get the coefficient as 1. In this, if you take minus 4c1 square out, how much is remaining?
-1.
Minus C1 square.
Minus c1 square. Okay. Why I am doing it? I'll just tell you. This we are going to compare it with a standard form where v is compared with y. Y minus k the whole square is equal to, now you have a minus means minus, I'll just write it as 4a, then how it will be? X minus h. Huh? If you have more than 2 terms, this is what the vertex is being shifted. Now, just see what is the coefficient of x. It has to be 1. That's why what I did, I have taken the entire coefficient of u outside. Hope now you got it. Now tell me what is this representing? This part
Equation
represents
of
a
parabola.
parabola. Represents a parabola. What are the properties? Properties means you should tell about the vertex and you should tell where it opens. In general, this is in the form y square equal to minus 4ax. Where it opens?
Left side.
Left side.
Left side.
Opens left side, and vertex. Vertex is h comma k. Compare these two. Tell me what is h.
Minus
H is
C1 square.
c1
C1
square.
square.
c1 square. And what is k?
0.
0.
0. Tell me this c1 square comma 0, where it lies? If I'm talking about w plane, no?
On x-axis.
On
X-axis.
u axis, positive
X-axis.
u axis, because its v coordinate is 0. V coordinate is 0 means it is happening on u axis, where again u axis is positive here, right? U coordinate is positive means somewhere here. So what is happening now, when you take a line here, x equal to c1 in z plane, in w plane, you are getting a parabola. What you are saying, where it is opening? Left side. So where it is facing? Left side. Face like this, and this is the vertex. Are you getting some little rough idea regarding this? Huh? If this part is clear,
Yes,
then the second case is also similar. You can understand it. Okay. Now, so let us take the second case. What we have to take in Z plane? Which curve? Which curve? Y equal to C2 only we have to take. What is this representing?
Straight line parallel to x-axis.
Parallel to X axis. Let us take it. And in which plane? In Z plane. Okay. Where can we substitute? Again, we cannot substitute in only one. We have to substitute in both. Just recall what is your set of equation 1. Yeah, just see. So u equal to x square minus y square. So u equal to x square as it is. What I have to write in place of y square? C2 square. One more relation is what? V equal to 2xy, no? It is 2x. What is my y?
C2.
C2. Okay. Again, similar way. What is our intention? We need to eliminate x. Correct? How can we do it easily? Yeah, see this equation and write the value of x. What is x from here?
V by 2.
V by 2.
V by 2c1, 2c2. Where can we this substituted? Isn't it we can substitute here? Let us
Yes, ma'am.
substitute. So u equal to, I should write it as x square. So what is square of this? V square upon 4c2 square minus c2 square as it is. Okay. Again, LCM has to be taken up and that LCM denominator should be sent here. If you apply that concept, tell me, anybody, just you do that simplification, what you are going to get. If I shift it here, no, it is 4c2 square into u. I'm taking LCM first and then shifting. Huh? Okay, so here whole denominator is there. Same LCM means multiply by 1. You don't have anything. Denominator is 1 means you should multiply by the LCM. Yeah, let us do it.
C2
What do you
square
get?
minus
B square minus 4 C2 square into C2 square. C2 raised
C2
to
raised to 4.
yes.
C2 raised
Now what you do? This is negative, no? This V square term should be kept here. This has to be shifted. Okay. So what we'll get? V square equal to. This is 4C2 square U plus 4C2 raised to 4. Correct? Tell me what has to be taken common.
4C2 square.
Yeah. Entire coefficient of U should be taken out. What you'll get? U plus,
U
what do you get?
plus C2
C2
square.
square.
C2 square.
C2 square.
Yeah. How to write V square? Write it as V minus 0 the whole square.
V minus 0
Whole square.
whole
Done.
square.
Okay. This is compared with what now? Tell me the corresponding equation. Yeah, again, what is this representing? Obviously,
Y minus K square.
yeah, y minus
parabola.
k the whole square equal to, you have a plus means plus. It should be
4A.
compared with plus 4a. Into bracket,
4
U
K.
x minus
x
Yes
minus
plus
h.
K.
X minus h. See, here it may be plus, but standard format is x is shifted to x minus h, y is shifted to y minus k. Yeah. So what is this representing? It represents a parabola. What are the properties where it opens? The plus means it opens
Right side.
right side. What is a vertex? Compare and tell me HK values. What is H?
C2 square.
No, you are wrong.
Minus C2 square.
Very
Comma
important. Minus C2 square, comma. What is my K?
0.
0. So, if I suppose want to draw this in W plane, suppose this is my W plane, where I should take the point, minus C2 square, comma 0.
X minus X axis.
Minus U axis. Okay, correct? Because your U coordinate is negative and V coordinate is 0. So it is happening on U axis. It is negative means somewhere here you can see. So this is my minus C2 square, comma 0. Agree all of you? With this to be the vertex, you should draw a parabola where it is opening right side. So I should draw it like this. Okay. So what is the conclusion now? Overall conclusion. What we are taking in Z plane? What you have taken in Z plane? Lines parallel to coordinate axis you have taken, correct? What you are getting the image in W plane? What you got ultimately? First and second case. What curves? You are getting the parabolas. Parabolas in W plane. What is the transformation here? Just see. The transformation is not e raised to z. What you have, the transformation is w equal to z square. So under different transformations, you are going to get different curves. Hope you got little concept about it. No doubt a little theory part, but if you understand, you can write in your own words. Okay. Yeah. I'll just draw the region. Meanwhile, you can put your number in the chat box. Many have done already. Okay. So let me just draw the region now. Just see, very interesting thing. Usually we hate the geometry part, but geometry is very interesting. Yeah. So for Z plane, what I have to take? X and Y axis. Here I have to take it as W plane. Let me just take a little bigger here. Yeah. This is my W plane. What are the axes? U and V axis. Okay. What is the transformation here? W is Z square. So what I'm taking here? The equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. For y-axis it is x equal to 0. So here we have taken a line which is parallel to y-axis. How we have taken it? X equal to C1. What we have got in the first case? We have got a parabola. Right? Tell me what is the vertex in the first case we have got?
Plus
C1 square comma 0. So it is only on positive U axis you have to take. So with this to be the vertex, you should draw a parabola opening left side. Why we have taken my left side? Because it is minus 4a. So this is what is your parabola. I'll write its equation. What it is? V square equal to minus 4c1 square u minus c1 square. This is my parabola. Next, what I'll take, what I've taken the second case, we are taking a line parallel to x-axis. What is the equation? Y equal to C2. We are again getting a parabola. What is the vertex for that? Minus C2 square comma 0. With this to be the vertex, you should take a parabola which is opening right side. Yeah, actually they intersect here. Geometrically with all values if you draw. Okay, this is the point. Hope you can adjust. Okay. Yeah. What is the equation of this? This is V square equal to 4C2 square into bracket U plus C2 square. Here, no need to show that they are orthogonal trajectories. No, they will not ask it. They'll just ask you to discuss the transformation W equal to Z square. That's all. Hope you understood. Huh?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. I